So, the covenant with man and God is the only way to live. Practices of homosexuality were punishable by death. Unfortunately, homosexuality dates to the late 19th century. Homosexuality in ancient Rome was said a cult of virility that Roman men were free to enjoy sex with other males without a perceived loss of masculinity or status as long as they took the dominant or penetrative role. Acceptable male partners were slaves and former prostitutes. Check this. Entertainers, uh, entertainers, right. They classified entertainers with prostitutes whose lifestyle placed them in nebulous social realms, excluded from normal protections according to a citizen, even if they were free. Roman men in general seem to have preferred boys between the age of 12 and 20 as sexual partners. It was said that Romans had boy toys as young as 1 year old. Pedophiles. Freeborn male minors were off limits. Professional prostitutes and entertainers might remain sexually available well into adulthood. Same sex relations among women are far less documented. A Roman writer writes, to be trusted female homoeroticy may have been very rare to the point of Ovid. Augustine era describes it as unheard of, or however, there is scattered evidence, Greek magical pottery, which attests to existence of individual women in Rome-ruled provinces and later imperial who fell in love with members of the same sex. Conquest mentality was part of the cult fertility that particularly shaped Rome. Homosexuality practices in the 20th century and the 21st century, scholars had said, tended to view expressions of Roman male sexuality in terms of a predatory, penetrative binary model that is the proper way for a Roman male to seek sexual gratification. It was to insert his penis into his partner, allowing himself to be the dominant partner. To be penetrated threatened his liberty as a free citizen as well as his sexual integrity. It was acceptable as and socially acceptable for a free-born woman or man to want sex with both female and male partners as long as he took the penetrative role. The majority of the behavior depended on the social standing of the partner. Both women and young men were considered normal objects of desire. Outside of marriage, man was supposed to act on his desire. It was immoral to have sex with another freeborn man's wife, daughter, or son. Sexual use of another man's slave was acceptable if permission was given. Definition goes as far as to say lack of sexual control including in managing one's sex life, indicated that a man was incapable of governing others. Too much indulgence in low sensual pleasure threatened to erode the elite male's identity as a cultured person in the imperial empire. It says a perceived increase in passive homosexuality behavior among females was associated with the anxieties about the subordination of political liberty to the emperor, and this led to an increase in executions and corporal punishments. The sexual license and decadence under the emperor was seen as a contributing factor and symptom of the loss of ideals of physical integrity. liberty under the Republic, under the reign of Augustus, according to biography written by Stenonius, had marked sexual preference for boys, drawers of Greek traditional art of pedestry in military setting by betraying the love between Nisus and Euryalus, whose virtue and pedestry, as proposed by the hero Arenas himself, and endorsing it as an honorable, dignified, and connected to Central Rome values by the end of the Augustine era, radically new agenda focused on love between men and women. Pure delicatessen, boy toy, exquisite or dainty Roman, uh, is on the side of the warring